In every construction industry, safety and health is significant in construction site. So, I'm standing here to introduce common practice and guide to occupational safety and health in construction site. In fact, safety policy is the basic thing which needs to be followed by every construction organization.
Safety policy created by the company organization to ensure they can set a clear direction for the organization to follow. The safety policy that been created by the organization to protect the life and health of their employers based on the standard practice of the industry. The Occupational Health and Safety Act had required employers to develop and implement safety policy. The commitment of the employers and the employees will be needed to produce a successful safety policy. Such details to be included in the policy such as employee training, use warning signs and symbol marking hazard, and removing hazardous materials.
To implement the safety practice on site, we need to educate the workers by providing training, which I will show you the example that can be done on site for safety measures. The training is done by having a toolbox talk, which is an informal safety meeting that focuses on safety relating to the specific jobs that need to be carried out on site. The toolbox talk is also known as a tailgate meeting or safety briefings. The meeting is normally short in duration and is generally conducted at the site prior to the commencement of the particular job. The contents of the toolbox meeting usually consist of possible hazards and safety practices that should be followed by every worker. Apart from that, the talk may also include common safety mistakes done by the worker that must be addressed in order to mitigate the on-site hazards. Other topics that may be included are fire safety, electrical safety, traffic safety, housekeeping, and many more. Let's take a look at the site of JKR in Section 5, Shah Alam. According to Encik Naufal, a civil engineer from JKR Petaling, he stated that the toolbox meeting is held on every Wednesday and also depends on the frequency of accidents that happen on sites. Besides, the toolbox meeting might be held when there are possible hazards occurring at the construction sites. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, this toolbox meeting is one of the very effective methods to enhance the workers' knowledge and awareness on the importance of safety practices on site. In addition, the toolbox meeting will enable the workers to exchange information with the experienced workers.
An organization itself influence to provide safety measures at the site. Next, I will present about site safety organization.
Construction industry is a hazardous lane-based job. It may include working with height, excavation, noise, dust and heavy equipment. To deciding the risk precautions, employer has to provide different degree of protection. In every construction site, employer must provide at least one safety and health occupational officer to prevent these fatal incidents from happening. In our site visit, which is under JKR Selangor, Encik Naufal had told us the significance of SHO in the workplace is where the workers are consulted and engaged in decisions about safety and health measure.
At the site, every worker is obliged to wear safety equipment before entering the site. I will explain more details about personal protective equipment.
Hazard exists in every workplace in many different forms. Sharp edges, falling objects, flying sparks, and other potentially dangerous situations. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA) requires that employers protect their employees from workplace hazards that can cause injury. When engineering, work practice, and administrative control are not feasible or do not provide sufficient protection, employers must provide personal protective equipment. to their employees and ensure its use. Personal protective equipment or PPE is equipment worn to minimize exposure to a variety of hazards. Example of PPE include such items as gloves, foot and eye protection, hard hats, and full body suit. All PPE should be safely designed and constructed and should be maintained in a clean and reliable fashion. It should fit comfortably, encouraging workers' use. If the personal protective equipment does not fit properly, it can make the difference between being safely covered or dangerously exposed. To ensure the greatest possible protection for employees in the workplace, the cooperative effort of both employers and employees will help in establishing and maintaining a safe and healthful work environment. In general, PPE required employers to performing a hazard assessment to identify and control hazard, identify and providing appropriate PPE for employees, training employees in the use and care of PPE, maintaining PPE in a good condition. Employees should properly wear PPE, attend training on PPE, and care, clean and maintain PPE.
In construction site, emergency is very crucial that need to be included for every project. Case for of emergency situation, I will introduce such emergency support that can be considered by the employer.
Emergency support is important in construction site. All requirements about safety need to be fulfilled before the construction work started. Safety health officer or SHO should be prepared emergency contact to assist workers contact and able to avoid the accident in construction site occur. Data emergencies caller should be analyzed before possession site. It is assist workers to contact emergency partner when accident occur. The data collect which near department emergency, either government or private. Emergency support is like police station department, hospitality, fire department, and etc. For this project, SHO analyze emergency contact like police station, section 6, section 7, hospital Shah Alam, hospital KPJ Shah Alam, KPJ Kelang, fire department Shah Alam, section 24, and etc. It is various data important which accident occur. Workers able to contact which emergency department available to assist.
Last but not least, safety officer play an important role at site, such as giving briefing before commencement of work. Now, I will show you the other responsibility of a safety and health officer which need to be carried out at the site.
In general, everyone involved in construction project should cooperate and help each other in controlling occupational hazards and complying with legal requirements. Consultation about safety and health is two-way. It involves giving information to workers, listening to them, and taking account of what they say before decisions are made. General duties of an SHO are to ensure compliance and to promote a safe conduct of work. SHO should be able to advise his employer to achieve an optimum safety precaution at site. During our site visit, the JKR officer explained about the SHO tasks during construction. The SHO have to be always on site monitoring the workers. SHO has to also make sure all the safety precautions have to be taken before, during and after commencement of work. The SHO performance indicators is developed to help an SHO and his employer to fulfill their prescribed duties under law. The performance indicators are leading indicators on employers' commitment, legal compliance, workers' participation, effectiveness of control measures at workplace. To the SHO, the use of this report will prove that he has done enough to comply with the law.
In conclusion, you have already been shown about the guidelines to occupational health and safety in construction. We hope these safety guidelines can assist you in implementing a safe working environment at the construction site.